Yeah, it just said that something is wrong with the connection now, but hold on. Wait for the intercom to stop. 공항 대체로 상황실 전화번호 741-4949번 또는 공항 경찰관 전화번호 740-0112번으로 즉시 신고해 주시기 바랍니다. 또한 수화물을 장시간 방치하는 경우 폭발물 등의 위험물로 오인될 수 있으므로 수화물을 방치하지 마시기 바랍니다. So upon what I've noticed is that, okay, let's talk about the video that I just uploaded on my channel called okay people listen to the sounds, right? I'm still in the same restroom, but it's a different part of the restroom. It's a bigger area, you know what I mean? But the signal is not so great all of a sudden in here, so I have to put it in a position. Well, that video, if you listen to the sounds, I'm not 100% sure, but it's just, I'm gonna tell you what I think it means for me paying attention now to people from after being like mentally tortured so long, and everywhere I go, everybody wanting a piece of me, you know what I'm saying? So I've started paying attention to people, and when you start paying attention to not just one person, but everywhere you go and everybody involved with everywhere you go, you start to understand a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And that training came from when I was back home, you know, when I started just peeping shit and paying attention and shit. Okay, so what I think they're doing is threatening me in that video because I chose to sit in the bathroom too long. Unlike the video in Hong Kong, where I was only in the bathroom like 15 minutes, you know, and I really was taking a shit, and they came in and started beating on the fucking door. But I realized I took a page. I was like, okay, why would they come fucking beating on the door, opening the door, you know, seeing if I'm taking a shit? They did it here a couple times as well. Basically let me know, you know, that they are united with their Chinese brothers, and I don't have a problem with that, right? And yeah, they came in here, opened the door right while I was taking a shit about 3 or 4 times. I didn't record them or nothing like that because just like Hong Kong, it took me a long time to start recording those people. They did a lot of shit to me before I started recording. I do that with everybody. You know, I let everybody, every place I go to, when or if they start mentally torturing me, harassing me, or whatever they're doing to me, I let that shit slide. And, you know, I let a lot of it slide before I start recording it. But anyway, so they're threatening me, basically telling me, if you listen to the video, the last video I posted called, okay, listen to the sounds, y'all. I'll upload a video, WIM, of what it means. But I meant to say what I think it means, but I didn't have enough room to put that. So I put what it means. And I think they're threatening me because I'm in the restroom too long. And the reason why that's important is because they can't put none of their agents around me to listen to me, to have a conversation with me, you know, to figure me out or whatever it is. And my days are getting shorter here. If they don't try anything, you know, to keep me here longer because of that. But, you know what I'm saying? So it's come closer for me to leave to make it back to mainland United States. And they don't want that to happen without them being able to put their informants and agents and all these gadgets around me and shit like that, right? So it's pissing them off. It always starts off as a little friendly little game to test you, whatever, and then it always leads to something more serious when they realize that you are resisting them. You see, they like to beat on you, but they don't like when you fight back. They can't take that. They're not used to that. Okay? Once again, it's the same old system, same old racist ass system, no matter what. You know, they want you to, you know, everybody wants to be the boogeyman, the big, bad, scary, tough guy. You're going to do what the fuck I tell you or else. Or else what? Now, see, my plan is to make them do exactly everything that they're threatening me to fucking do. They don't understand this. All right? And so I'm going to go back in that motherfucker, and I'm going to make them do everything they're threatening to do to me. And then whatever. They don't seem to fucking understand because they're looking at one thing their way. It's just their way. So it's fuck me as a human being. So if it's fuck me as a human being, then it's fuck y'all as a group. I don't give a f, man. All right, so before I lose my cool and get into all of that, so So alert. Do not worry. I will update y'all on any and everything that happens to me. If anything happens, I'm prepared for the mental torture. I've been prepared. Okay, ever since I left Hong Kong. So I realized, and like I realized upon the Hong Kong people torturing me so much and harassing me so much, I realized I came across something they don't like. And I used to do that as a little get back. Like every time I use the restroom, they pack that motherfucker up with a whole bunch of Chinese people and they just like to listen, right? And that pisses me off because I'm a normal fucking nigga and they listening like they're gonna hear some big juicy information all the time after fucking with a nigga over and over again. So I came across rock and roll music. They can't stand that fucking, it runs them fucking bananas. So every time they would sit in the stall next to me, I'd blast that fucking rock and roll music really loud. And it pisses them the fuck off. I play it on my phone, man. They start slamming doors. They get out of that motherfucking bathroom stall real quick. I mean, real quick. But of course, they always hit me with something else nasty. You know what I'm saying? They always do something nasty back, you know. Have some old guy blow cigarette smoke in my face or something. Pay somebody to fight me or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But they always try to get even. And I always do the same shit. Every time they bring their monkey ass in that motherfucking bathroom stall, I play that loud music. Sometimes I don't, right? So what I noticed upon here is, so after the restaurant incident in Hong Kong, I figure I would apply that pressure here. You know what I'm saying? I go in the bathroom, take a real shit, and relax. I'm on my phone, and that's it. I'm not fucking with nobody. But when somebody is fucking with you, they're gonna it's gonna piss them off that you are isolating yourself. See, I use the restroom here now as isolation booth after that incident with in Hong Kong, um, and so what I do is isolate myself away from all these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Everybody who don't have a face like me, you know what I'm saying, who ain't real American, but you know, even though I know they American allies or whatever, but it just don't, you know what I'm saying? I see how quick they retaliated for Hong Kong the minute I got here. You see what I'm saying? So uh, that's kind of what how I see it. You feel me? If it ain't an American face like me, I ain't really trying to kick it with you and talk to you about shit, motherfucker. Don't you fucking understand? So apparently they don't understand, so they're threatening to take whatever measures that they're gonna take to do whatever to hurt or harm me or to teach me a lesson, whatever. And then I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I'm gonna do to keep resisting them, whether I'm being taught a lesson or not. And so I promise you, by the time I leave this motherfucker, if they let me leave this motherfucker, we all gonna learn something about each other. I'm telling you, we all gonna learn something. And so, uh, whatever lesson they want to teach me, whatever, I'll try to keep you guys updated if I can. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, uh, isolating myself away from everybody. Like when I first arrived here, they had so many motherfucking Korean women around me and all that shit. All kind of women. I don't know if they just Korean. You feel me? Here at the South Korean airport, it was just a lot of women and everything. You know, it was cool. It was a good feeling. But motherfucker, I just been mentally tortured and harassed in Hong Kong for about at least 4 months that I was paying attention to. It could have been since I first got there, but I wasn't paying attention because, and a lot of the times I was being harassed, it really didn't have that much of an effect because I had a little homie with me. You know, we was going through the fire together. You feel me? So I really wasn't paying attention only for the last 4 months. And so I just got through being tortured for about 4 fucking months in a foreign fucking land. Motherfuckers probably thinking whatever about me. Probably thinking I'm working for them fucking crackers. Probably think I'm working. I'm gonna spy some fucking shit. You know what I'm saying? So they come at me all hard. But then you want to be a nigga friend, or you think I'm gonna let you get it your way, motherfucker? When I know you fucking with me, man, fuck you. For real, fuck you. And that's how I feel. So, but of course, the talk is cheap. You got to show them, fuck you. Otherwise, they're gonna, you know. And so. That's where I'm at with it. So they expect me to just, after being mentally tortured and harassed for 4 fucking months that I was aware of in Hong Kong, they expect me to just show up here in South Korea and be all buddy and friendly with the Koreans and shit. And you got a face that look just like the motherfuckers almost. And so, you expect me to just open up and be all friendly? No, nigga, it don't fucking work like that. Nah. And if you can't respect me healing myself by isolating myself away from all of you motherfuckers, then fuck you too. On God, fuck you too. You know what I'm saying? So this is where we at with it now. So I chose the restroom. I looked around the rest of the airport, whatever, while I'm while I'm stuck here, and I found another um, quiet spot. It was very quiet, right? But when they found out I was in that place, they brought the noise to that motherfucker, and I got it on video. I will upload that too, but I did it wrong. I uploaded it in clips, y'all, maybe 1 minute clips. You feel me? So it's about 5 1 minute clip videos. I will upload those as well so you could pay attention. When I first came in there, you could notice the peace and quiet I had. It was so peaceful, so quiet in that motherfucker because I was the only one there. When they found out that I was there, listen to the noise and how it ramped up. You know what I'm saying? In there. And they had this person that kept beating this thing that kept going boom every minute, boom, and I got those sounds. I captured those as well. And so, yeah, so that's the kind of mental torture, mental harassment that I'm having here for the moment, for the time being. And so I'm learning that because I chose to isolate myself away from all the Korean people here, it's a big problem for them. And so I had to think, why is it a problem? Why do they fucking care how long I'm in the bathroom? I ain't fucking with them. It's because they want to fuck with me. You see what I'm saying? And if I'm isolating myself in a restroom, they can't fuck with me. Like I had another part of the airport where I had bought some food, and uh, they already raised the price here on on a few, I think a few products if I'm not mistaken. Um, it was 2,800 Korean yuans, and now it's 2,900 Korean yuans, which is, if I'm not mistaken, 2,800 Korean wons was about $2 and 40 something cents, around that range, or $2 and 93 cents now, or something like that. And so I'm learning pretty much that, but they know it, so they're on to that too. Um, and so I noticed the other end I had bought something to eat. I went and sat down there. It was a nice little chill spot. The chair was broken. Half the chair was broken. Half of it was fixed. It was like a couch made out of straw wood, but on one side it had a hole poked in it, but the other side had a nice little comfy seat where you can relax and chill, just by this burger restaurant. So I'm sitting there enjoying a meal, and somebody threw a coin from above, and it went boom. It hit the chair, and then it bounced on the ground. And I got up and looked. It was like some kind of Korean looking quarter. And I looked up. It was like the security guard standing there. He was acting like he didn't see nothing. And maybe he didn't see nothing. Maybe it came from the third floor. Who knows? But it was a coin, and it was like they were trying to hit me in the head, in the afro or whatever with it, and it missed and it hit the ground, or maybe they wanted to purposely miss. And so the ladies came out and they started installing some kind of furniture or something like that. And they was like cleaning the area, and then they tell me, no, go upstairs, go upstairs. I guess because they think that I'm leaving now. They think I booked a flight now. I'm just looking for a spot to wait now while I catch my flight. So they telling me to go up to the third floor. Well, I went up to the third floor. I started looking around. There's always people up there as well. There's it's nice little chill spots up there, but they're for the people that's like leaving. But their spots are mostly all taken up. And remember, mind you, I don't want to sit near any other people, any other people here, or I just don't, what I'm saying? Now that the mental torture has been in full effect for me and gonna continue to get worse, I don't even want to sit by them. I just don't, you feel me? Even though they might be good people, I just want to be by myself, doing my own thing, what I'm doing now, talking to y'all, minding my own fucking business. I'm not a threat to nobody. I'm not harming nobody. I'm not destroying anything here. I'm just minding my business, but I'm a nigga who's minding his business. I'm a black man who's minding his business. That literally is fucking with them. They can't handle that kind of pressure for some reason. All right. Now, now I've discovered what pisses them off here. And that's me being in the bathroom away from everybody because they can't, I'm thinking because they can't put agents or informants or whoever the fuck they may be around me to listen to me, to hear me talk or whatever. They sent one white guy here, and he's a really cool white guy. He's from the United States, but he says that he haven't been to the United States in 20 years because he's been living in Japan and he's been living homeless now here for a month. He says, and so, but he says he's not going back to the United States. He's going back to Japan. He says he has a family there and things like that. But he was taking down information when he found out, or he was asking me where I worked at and what I do, and I told him I work for people ready pay setters and action laborers back in the United States, and he wrote those down, and I guess he was going to fact check that or maybe have those companies shut down in the United States. I don't know, but I'm just saying, he wrote them down. But in my mind, I'm like, okay, why are you writing down the companies I work for in the United States if you claim you ain't going back to the United States no time soon? If you saying you going back to Japan, it's no use for you to write that information down, right? So I guess he's planning on going back to the United States as well. I don't know. And he's planning on seeing if those jobs exist. When he got Google, he could have, seen it through Google. But so I guess he's gonna fact check that as well. Also, so he seemed like a pretty good dude. You feel me? He really was. I really enjoyed talking to him. Seemed straight. Do I trust him? No, I don't trust none of these people. But him, I would say I would trust him a little bit more than all the other Korean or Asian looking faces. Chinese looking faces. I would, I mean, for a conversation. Somewhat like that. He seemed like a nice, honest white guy. He seemed like it, you feel me? And he was telling me stories about this place and giving me hints saying that his bikes around here. I take that as a hint. He must know something is going to happen, you feel me? So that's why he's telling me about the bike thing. He keep letting me know it's bikes. Then he tried to give me some blankets. And I told him, nah, I don't want it. He ended up taking the blankets. So I took that as a message too, that they're planning on doing something a little dirty to me, you know what I'm saying? So he don't know that I know this. By him offering me the blankets, at least I could be wrong though. Maybe he was just a genuine nice white guy who figured that I'm gonna be homeless here for a long time, so he tried to give me the blankets. Maybe he knows something, or maybe he knows something. So he tried to offer me the blankets. So I said no. So upon him refusing the blankets, I already start preparing myself, and they don't have a clue that okay, they know something. I must be in here for the long haul. So I need to get ready for that. And so I start preparing myself that way, and upon turning that down, and so, but the white guy, he do seems really nice. I met two other white guys who are contractors for the U.S. military here. They're much older guys, and he said they get paid to contract for the U.S. and they pay for the room and board and everywhere. And they've been traveling all around the world, living on base and paid facilities, which is nice for them. And they have basically everything paid for. They make great money. They're okay with it. And the guy said he's been doing that for, I think, 20 years, if I'm not mistaken, something like that. He's been contracting, and he was a really cool guy too, him and his friend. And then before I met this homeless white guy here that was also turned out to be a great guy. So, but every time I'm talking to these guys, those guys were well, one of the old guys looked American, the contractor guy. The other one, he may have been American, but he looked something else, maybe like a little bit of Arabic, or I don't know, it could be Indian or something. I don't know. But he speak American very well. He could be American, but maybe he's just he's American something. All right, but and so the other guy, the homeless guy, I notice every time those guys come and talk to me, there's some Chinese people around or Korean people around, sitting right, acting like they're not listening, but they're listening. They're sitting right close enough to hear everything we talk about. So I wanted to see what would happen if I stopped that. So when I come out of the restroom, I use the first charger near the restroom. I go out. There's people there. I had no problem with it. This is part of me learning what's going on in my surroundings. So I come out. I put my phone on a charger right in front of everybody, and I start playing my favorite shows, YouTube shows, TV shows that I like watching. My little daily routine, what helps me kill time and shit like that as well. So I'm start playing that on my phone, listening, and they're coming around listening like they're hearing some juicy shit or something. I'm like, look at these motherfuckers. This just my little vibe. You know what I'm saying? And so they're coming around listening, looking at the shows, trying to hear what I'm watching and shit. So I says, okay, uh, since you mentally tortured me the first time I came here, now I'm gonna do some harmless traps real quick to see how well they affect you. So the first homeless trap I did was get up. I went and took a real shit, but I stayed in there all day almost, just because I don't want to be around you motherfuckers. And if you force me outside, like what I'm thinking, basically they're gonna do at some point, they're gonna find out the hard way that I'm a stubborn motherfucker. I will find a way to stay the fuck away from you, however, whenever, however this shit go down, whatever you got planned for me. You know what I'm saying? And so um, that's what it is. So that's where I'm at with it. So I go in the bathroom stall. Boom. They started sending these people in the bathroom started make all kind of disgusting sounds. To do all this nasty bullshit, same shit that they used to do in Hong Kong. So basically, letting me know that they are uniting with their Chinese brothers against me, which is okay. I don't have a problem with that. You know what I'm saying? You can unite against the nigga. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? You the one care. You the one going all out of your way, breaking all kind of laws or whatever it is, just to harass or hurt me. I don't give a fuck about you. You're not on my mind, not even this much until you fuck with me. Not even when you fuck with me, I'm not even worried about your ass. I'm on my phone, I'm doing my daily routine, motherfucker. You thinking about me like the little bitch. I'm not thinking about you. I promise you. Until you come fucking with me. Then I just find little solutions to do things that I think that you don't fucking like. And you can't handle the pressure. And I'm not even doing shit. And so that's what it became. So once I realized me isolating myself in the bathroom away from them really fucks with them, I say, damn, this is good. So then I start figuring out why it fucks with them so much. So I go back outside and I sit around, I buy something to eat. I eat my food in front of everybody that time. I'm sitting around looking at the little TV they have out there. And then I start looking and I'm okay. And I see how many people just flock around me out of the blue. They just come around me now. It was just me at the table, and now it's me and three, four other people, right? And so they're coming in charge of devices, which I don't have a problem with, you know what I'm saying? But I have a problem with them mentally torturing me, thinking I don't know what the fuck they're doing to me. So I'm gonna strike back in a harmless way that I can fight back. And so I said, okay. So I get my charger up and I just leave, or wait for my phone to charge and leave and say, okay, I took notes. They want to put people around me. Another place. I noticed there's a guy they try to put in the bathroom to stop me from going in the bathroom. He's cleaning. Now it's a guy that's cleaning when I come in the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? When he wasn't there before. And now this guy's always in the bathroom stall that I'm in. So I go to another bathroom stall. There was nobody there. It was peace and quiet there. They brought the noise there. They came there and started slamming doors. They have these little shoes, the clocks on the ground like female shoes when they walk. They all marching in that motherfucker. You feel me? So I notice every bathroom I go to, they have somebody in that motherfucker waiting, or they'll put some people in there after I go in there to create a mental torture sound or whatever, if that's what you want to call it, to try to run me out. But what they're not understanding is the harder you come to run me out, the harder I will resist you. And there's no turning back. It's just going to get more ugly and uglier. They're not realizing that. They thinking, I don't know what kind of nigga they thinking I am. I don't know. You feel me? I'm not no bad guy. Nothing. I don't look for trouble. I don't fuck with people. I mind my own goddamn business. But when you fuck with me, I'm gonna come at you. I'm gonna do what I gotta do to protect myself, and do what the fuck I have to do. Like the U.S. military told me in the beginning before all this shit came out, way back in Miami. Well, Mr. White, you have to do what you have to do to protect you and keep yourself safe and your family. and keep them safe. Okay, do what I got to do to keep me and my family safe, whatever that meant. So this is me doing what I have to do to keep me safe when I'm away from my family. And so this is how I'm rolling. This is how I chose to come. Uh, they like to bully you and smack you around all day, but when you smack back or you try to fight back or resist back in a way that's, like virtually, mentally, when you're mentally fighting back, smacking back, they can't handle that kind of pressure for some reason. You know what I mean? And so this is my way of fighting back, killing time, and it's really pissing them off, really for real, seriously. And so those are what the sounds was, what y'all heard me posting. If you're listening, you can hear them communicating. That's how I learned to something. But I don't understand them all the time because I don't give a fuck about these people anywhere. And I don't give a fuck about, they give a fuck about me. So a lot of times I'm not fucking paying their fuck ass no mind. I'm not fucking worrying about these motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck about them. I don't care about them. They don't seem to understand that. My mind is not on them all 24 hours. They all on my motherfucking dick 24 hours, every 27 days a fucking week worrying about what I'm doing like a little hoe ass bitch. I can care less about what the fuck they're doing. My mind is on my little daily routine, other shit, counting my days, hours, figuring out what the fuck I'm gonna do when I get back home, who I'm gonna have to, who I'm gonna have to escape from my life there or whatever I got to do when I get back to my own home country after being tortured by these motherfuckers all over the world where I'm going at, you know what I'm saying? And I'm still me, motherfucker. I don't give a fuck what you think. I don't work for them, but I ain't working for your fuckers either. You need to understand that. You need to understand that. And fuck you if you don't, I don't care if you don't believe me. I don't give a fuck about what you think in your little punk ass, whatever the fuck kind of brain you got. I don't really give a fuck. You need to understand that. You're not fucking with no average ass nigga. The fuck? So whatever. This ain't no tough talk. It's just me fighting for my life, doing what I gotta do to keep my life safe. And if it's staying the fuck away from you motherfuckers, then that's what the fuck I'm gonna do. So you can threaten me and talk about what you're gonna do to me all the fuck you want. You're gonna just have to do it. I'm sorry, but you're just gonna have to do it. I don't give a fuck. You worried about me like a little hoe ass bitch. I'm not worried about you. My mind is set on doing what shit that have to, I lost every fucking thing, gave up everything for my motherfucking life. Now I gotta go back to the same place where I ran from. What the fuck, you feel me? So my mind is, I'm programmed that way. I ain't worrying about these motherfuckers, how what the fuck they think or how they feel. Fuck you, man. You ain't shit. You just a motherfucker that's pretending like you hard and tough because you got an army or whoever the fuck around you. But if you was in a nation full of niggas, you would be a punk ass bitch. And I think we both know that. If these motherfuckers that's fucking with a nigga was in a nation full of niggas, yeah, I said it, black niggas, and everywhere they go was all black, they punk ass would be scared shitless. So I don't want to hear this shit. I don't give a fuck about they trying to act all tough and gangster because they've got an army or whoever the fuck they got with them. I don't really give a fuck because if the shoe was on the other feet, there'll be some terrified bitches. All right, that's just the truth, and I think all y'all out here can relate to that. Y'all know what I'm saying. But I'm just chilling. I know. I'm not. I don't give a fuck about these people, man. They following me, trying to talk that shit around me. I don't give a fuck. I don't want to hear that language shit, man. I don't care. I'm just chilling. You feel me? And if that's too much for you, well, fuck you. You watching me too hard, you dumb motherfucker. That's what that means. And so, you know what I'm saying? That's it. I mean, excuse my language. I kind of like exploded at the end, y'all. And excuse my language, a bunch of foul shit. Y'all know I'm learning to speak better and trying to change in that aspect of using better words as they make our platforms really, really strict for us to communicate or talk on with people, And so, but yeah, that's where I'm at with it. You know what I'm saying? And these people are coming at me all different kind of angles. Like, I don't know. But they need to understand I don't give a fuck. They coming at me like little bitches. I don't give a fuck about them. I really don't. I swear to God, I don't. I'm not worried about that. My mind is on other shit. You feel me? But anyway, I'm gonna upload this video, get some of y'all feedback real quick, and then I'll probably upload those videos of the strange sounds next after this live. So if you see videos of me, like little separate split videos of me recording sounds, that was them creating the sounds to try to run me out. And really, they didn't run me out. I was still comfortable in that bit. But the only reason why I left, because there's nowhere to piss there. And, you know, so what I did was, what I did was, we got, hold on, some more motherfuckers coming from Hong Kong, 3:30 p.m. So I gotta brace myself once they, you know, they're gonna start probably even with more games. But anyway, so yeah, the only reason why I left there because there's nowhere to use the restroom, and I really had to use the restroom. So I got up and I came to use the restroom. You know what I'm saying? I plan to vlog like my last day here or after I purchased the ticket to go back to the homeland, mainland United States. If I'm able to get a ticket that, you know, that can, you know, that'll get me back home. I plan to vlog and show y'all what, you know, like what I was talking about that last day once my ticket is paid for, so y'all can see what was my little schedules. But the prices done went up on the pizza, because I swear the pizza was 2,800 Korean yuans. Now they're 2,900 Korean yuans, you know. And the pizza box looked a little bit smaller, just a little bit smaller. But that might be me just tripping. Some boxes might be a little bigger than others, you know. But they're little boxes of pizza. But anyway, yeah, so that's my time. I'll catch y'all in the next video. Y'all stay safe, and remember, I'm gonna upload right after this live. I'm gonna be uploading those videos of the sounds of the quiet spot that I found here. There was nobody there. It was a nice little spot. And so I went there. It was perfect. I started relaxing. They were looking for me the whole time because it sounded like okay, remember how I told y'all to pay attention to the sounds? When I was listening to the sounds in the quiet spot, it sounded like they were saying, "Where is he?" They were communicating with each other through sound. They were like, "Where is he?" They were looking for me. And then I guess after they searched this whole side of the compound, according from the eyes that they had on me, they knew it was only one spot that I was at. When they zeroed down on that spot, you could tell how they found me without finding me, because it sounded like they were saying, "Don't go up there, he might be recording," which I was. So they didn't want to just pop out on camera, I guess. So they stayed below me and above me creating sound, and on the very bottom. And they were creating this sound like trying to be annoying, trying to run me out. Really, you don't understand. Shit didn't have any effect on me because I was perfectly tired and getting my rest, and, you know, still resting up and just, you know, just chilling. But I had to get up because I had to use the restroom. That shit, like, I started having to piss really bad, and I had to shit. So I'm like, all right. So I'm gonna go to the restroom, and they were to the restroom. And another thing, every time I'm in one of these restrooms, as soon as I open the door to walk out, somebody walk past me. Oh shit! Sorry about that, y'all. I forgot this thing is motion censored. This toilet is motion censored. And since I was in here this morning, when I came from the other spot, when they started their mental torture, I came here, and all of a sudden somebody done messed up the toilet. They put a sign on the toilet that says "out of order." So, but it's really not out of order. Somebody just clogged the fucking bottom up with tissue. If I keep flushing it after it go back down, that's just off the problem alone. You know what I mean? It's really not out of order. But whoever it is so lazy to take a pump. The shit might overflow now because it's starting to read my all of a sudden it's starting to pick up my senses, and it's starting to flush. So, but yeah, if it goes down slow, that means that they purposely pack the bottom with tissue so that the toilet can overflow. But yeah, so after this live video, I'm gonna upload those videos. I know I said it about 3 or 4 times. I just wanted to get that out of the way. And, you know, I have a problem with repeating myself like 3 or 4 times sometimes. But I'm gonna upload those videos, and you're gonna see how I was chilling and it was very peaceful at first. But this is when they was looking for me. When they found out the area, or when they thought they found out the area, which was a good guess because that's the area I was in. Listen to the noise that they started creating. Boom, boom, and all this stuff. And then they sent a Korean guy or whoever, whatever kind of guy it was, to come in there and start speaking some language. I don't know. Maybe it was Korean, Chinese, or something. I don't know. And they were speaking it like on the phone, like really loud and stuff like that. And you could hear people walking up and down the stairs, like as if they were pinpointing what level I was on, whether it was the first, second, third, or fourth. When they already went to the first, second, and third and fourth, and they had already figured out which one I was on. But anyway, I'm gonna upload those after this. I'll probably let this sit, and then don't be surprised to see those videos as well. I'll catch y'all in the next video. Y'all stay safe and peace out.